250 people. It was not a vibe. But back then, this whole city was made out of wood and cast iron. What were they thinking? Idiots. But with the help of the Bessemer process for rolling out steel and the invention of the elevator or lift, look around you. Look what we did. We rose from the ashes like a roaring phoenix. Caca. Now I'm going to direct your attention over to your right. We're going to see this building right here. Now this is the London House, built in 1923. Now I want to talk about the land it sits on. This right here was the site of Chicago's first major military base, in which we eventually became the city. This was the site of Fort Dearborn. That is represented on the Chicago flag. Now who does not know what the Chicago flag looks like? Anybody? The Chicago flag? No? A couple of you don't? Just look at the bow of any Wendella boat, or it's on the bow of our ship. I'll point it out when we see it. Each red star on our flag is a major event in our city, and that first one is our... Even if you're like 5, I am not afraid to roast a 5-year-old. I will do it. Teachers get it. You got to dunk on them early, otherwise, you know, they get a big head. Anyway, take your pictures.
Đẹp quá. Thấy cái cảnh này đẹp.
Thank you.
No problem, no problem. Horizontal emphasis, very reminiscent of the prairie style of Frank Lloyd Wright, rather more postmodern interpretation here. Camouflaged in the scenery, because you'll notice the store is camouflaged underneath the staircase, even though the whole building is transparent glass. Behind that, Tribune Tower, built in 1925. Stones embedded in its base from all over the world. Rails of 6 shades of white glazed terracotta. This was designed to the White City during the World's Fair of 1893, which we're going to talk about when we come out of the North Branch. But up here to your right, this is the second tallest building in the city. This is the Trump International Hotel and Tower. It was designed in 2009 by Adrian Smith. Now, Adrian Smith, this guy is world famous. Currently, he holds the title for world's tallest building. Who knows what building that is? Somebody yell it at me. Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Good, yeah, good teamwork. To give you guys an idea of how tall the Burj Khalifa is in comparison, look up at this one and picture 2 of these stacked on top of one another. Why would they do that? Standing at 1,362 feet, you'll notice 3 distinct setbacks which pay homage to the exact height of landmarks that surround the building. The first 2 are the exact height of the Wrigley buildings. The third one is the very soon. And as we do, we may or may not bump up against it. So I recommend remaining seated while we're tying up, especially if you have little ones, because I don't want us bumping up against the dock and then you fall on this, look at this floor, this solid steel deck covered in anti-skid paint. If you fall on it, it's going to anti-skid all over you. It will not be a vibe, okay? But as we approach, and also make sure we're going to pull the ramp on, so make sure you guys give them space when he shows up. But the Chicago flag has 4 red stars, 2 blue stripes, and 3 white stripes. Each red star is a major event in Chicago. Who remembers what the first one is? Founding, Fort Dearborn, correct. The beginning of Chicago, which is right over there. What's the second red star represent? You just said it. Fire of 1871, wiped the slate clean, allowed us to rebuild. What's the third red star? It's the World's Fair of 18...
Không quanh ở trên tiếng này chùa hả?